Welcome to Lisa Marie's Cooking Live. Tonight we will be preparing breakfast for dinner, and I have a little surprise for you. Or maybe I actually have a lot of surprises. I hope that you are doing well today. Thank you for joining the broadcast. And if you have not subscribed, in your upper right hand corner, make sure you click live subscribe so you don't miss any of my broadcasts. Hi Dorinda, thank you for joining. I hope that you have had a great weekend and a beautiful day. Hi sister-in-law, thank you for joining. Nadine, thanks for joining. Jan, we are doing breakfast for dinner and it is going to be so delicious. I am also going to prepare a béarnaise sauce that will go on top of our steak. You love breakfast for dinner, me too. And we are doing some caramelized onions. We will also be preparing potato in a very special way. You don't want to miss it. And I've already gotten a little head start on my potatoes. Hi Carlos, Kurt, Monica, thanks for joining. We are cooking breakfast for dinner tonight and I am super excited. Yes, I will definitely do it. So what I want to do first is show you a little bit of what I've got going on because we're going to get our béarnaise reduction, our béarnaise sauce ready for our steak. And it's really easy. What I'm doing is a quick and easy béarnaise sauce. You can actually either use a béarnaise sauce or hollandaise, but because I am doing steak, I'm doing a béarnaise sauce. Yum, yum. Yes, yes, yes. It is good. So why don't we get started with our béarnaise because we've got to get moving here. All right, what I will be using is I'm going to do a reduction here in my skillet. Hi, Monique. Thanks for joining. Hi, Monica. All right, so what I will need is I'm going to put in some peppercorns. I want to say about a good teaspoon of peppercorns. I'm also going to use some tarragon leaves. I could not find any fresh tarragon, so I'm not using fresh tarragon. I'm using tarragon leaves. And I'm also going to put about a teaspoon of that in. I have some tarragon vinegar that I'll be using. And I'm going to do about a quarter of a cup of the tarragon vinegar. While I was in the store today, they had a white wine that was on sale. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sonia. Thanks for joining. You love the YouTube tutorials? I love the YouTube tutorials. I picked up this wine today in the grocery store, and it tastes pretty good. So this is what we're going to be using for our béarnaise tonight. And we only need about a quarter of a cup of this as well. I have some shallots, some green onions or spring onions, and some parsley that I have already cut up. I'm going to use about half of each one in here. I'm going to use all of my shallots. Sorry about that, not half, but all of my shallots. Because I want to put some true flavor in here. And of course, you always want to use a little salt. So I'm going to use about a teaspoon of salt. And I've got my black peppercorns. And I'm going to turn this on to get a little reduction going. Alright, we will do a quick little stir with this. And I want you to see that it really is kind of a thick sauce, but we're going to reduce that. Just take a quick look. Okay, this is what it looks like. You can see all the liquid in it. We're going to reduce it down to about half that amount or even more. We just want to get about 2 tablespoons out of this. So I got a little clicking going on here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slice up some onions because I want to caramelize some onions. and we'll get that going too. Once our béarnaise sauce reduces, we are going to let it cool for a few minutes. Hi Linda, thanks for joining. And then we are going to use some egg yolks and emulsifier to make our béarnaise sauce. So let's take a look here. I've got some onions. These are sweet onions. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to slice these. Remember, you always want to make sure that your knuckles is basically the base for your knife. So we're going to take our onions and just slice them. We don't want them super thick. And we're going to caramelize them just like that. Your onions, you can actually use these, even if you have too many, or you think you have too many. You can never have too many. You can actually take these and use these on the side for anything. All right, let's go right back over here to the stove. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to add a little olive oil. I have this pan going back here. We have a lot of pots going tonight. So we're going to put these onions in this pan, and I am actually going to put a top on it. I just like to break them up a little bit here. Ooh, that sauce smells so good, y'all. Let's put our onions in the pan. Want to get them all in there. Then we'll take, I use olive oil, but you can use any kind of oil that you want. Like you can use a vegetable oil or grapeseed oil or avocado oil. But I like to use, hi Robin, hi James, hi Tracy, thank you for joining. I'm going to just pour a little olive oil on there. And as always, it is very necessary to have flavor on every layer. So let's put some salt. This salt is going to it's going to help them to sweat and bring out the sweetness in our onions. And we'll put some pepper. I like to be generous with that. And then what we will do is just toss that around a little bit. We want to make sure that we just get it tossed a little bit here in our skillet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover it to speed the process along the way. Alright, that's well coated. So I will put my top on it, and I'm going to keep it at a low to medium heat. So I don't want it to burn, but I do want it to caramelize. Let's see what's going on here with our reduction. It's reducing, but you can see there's still a lot of liquid in there. We need to get that down. But it smells amazing. Takes about approximately a good 5 to 6 minutes for that to happen. Hey, hi Toya, thanks for joining. Also, let me show you what I have going here. Earlier today, what I did was I prepared some steak. I actually bought a ribeye loin, and I actually have a video on YouTube that I've posted about how you can actually cut your ribeye loin into your steaks. So these are 2 ribeye steaks that I've cut, and these are thin. So because it's late and it is beef and it sits on your stomach for a while, so I didn't want to have too big of a chunk. Besides, I am going to put this on the stovetop grill, and by me putting it on a stovetop grill and now outdoors, I actually made them a little bit thinner. Of course, you could put a thicker steak on your stovetop grill, but for time purposes tonight, and because it is beef and it's late, we are going to... Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. We're actually going to keep these thin. And on a scale, let me see just how much each one of these weigh. So I can tell you about what size is each one. So here, we're looking at about a 10-ounce steak. This one should be close to about the same amount. It's between 8 and 9. So this one's a little bit smaller, but here on the lip part, we have a little bit extra fat and meat here. So it's giving it a couple ounces more on this one. So whenever you're preparing steak on the grill, You want to make sure that you don't, look at our sauce, it's reducing nicely. We still have a little ways to go though. Hey, hi Derek, Tamika, thanks for joining. So we want on our steak, we just want to make sure that we do a little salt and pepper, and that's about it. So you don't, this is kosher salt that I'm using too. You don't want to put too much seasoning on your steak because it's good just like it is. So we're just adding a little salt and pepper here. And then we're going to heat up this stovetop grill. I'm going to put a little olive oil on here. Okay. I'm also going to put just a little olive oil on my pan and I'm going to brush it. Let me bring these steaks over here. Come on, come to the steaks. The pan is getting nice and hot. How are you all doing on this Monday evening after a long weekend? I hope fantabulous, because I am, and I'm looking forward to having this yummy breakfast for dinner. Okay, so I've got my steaks here. I've got this pan getting hot, and I have a pastry brush, and I'm just going to basically use this to coat my pan. I put some olive oil in this pan, y'all. Let's check that reduction. It's looking good. We're going to strain it with a sieve, which I think it's good. That's just about all reduced. So before I go any further with my steaks, I'm going to let my pan continue to get hot. We need it to be nice and hot. We are going to take this over here and we are going to strain this with a mesh strainer. We want only the juice out of here, and this has to have time to cool. Okay, so let's put all of this through our mesh strainer, and it smells amazing, y'all. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. You saw how easy it was to get started making this, right? Okay, so let's just press here. You want to just press all of the juices that we can get out of here so we can have our reduction ready and on the side. And this is our reduction. That's going to make our béarnaise sauce taste absolutely amazing. We'll let it sit here and cool. I have 3 egg yolks already here in my cup, and we are going to emulsify that. And I've got some butter. I'm going to show you how to get you some clarified butter out of there. But let's go back to our steaks. We want to get this going. Okay, so now for our steaks, what we have is the pan nice and hot. We are going to put our steaks on the side where I have all the seasoning. Listen to that sizzle. Nothing like hearing that sizzle when you're preparing a steak. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to put salt and pepper on this side also, and we will be flipping our steak. So let's add just a little salt and a little pepper. And what I am looking for are my tongs, and I don't see them, so give me a second. Let me go grab my tongs while this. We're going to flip these after about a minute. We'll flip them to the other side, and then we'll keep doing that for about 5 to 6 minutes until they're about a medium well. And they're sizzling. They smell absolutely amazing. Your cousin just, let me see what you're saying here. He says, your cousin Judy bought me a grill pan for my birthday. Oh, how sweet. That is so sweet. I hope you're using it, Monique. I love my grill pan, girl. Let's toss our onions around a little bit here. They're looking great just after a few minutes. They're beginning to get translucent, so take a look at that. You want your onions to become translucent, and that's what's happening with them. Let's get back over to the steak. So basically, we're going to take it, and your steak should pull away from the grill very easy. Let's just turn it over. I'm going to do the same thing here. That's what we want happening. I know it looks good, right? Don't y'all want to just jump through the screen and come and get a piece? All right. So let's cover our onions back up. While that's going, I actually have some potatoes that I'm getting ready. So I took some potatoes and I put them in the microwave. First I wet them. Yeah, it does look good. First I wet them. I put them in the microwave on a power level at 7 for about, based on your potato size, you might want to go anywhere from about 12 to about 18 minutes. Because when you reduce the power, it actually cooks better, come from the inside out. So I've already pre-baked my potatoes, and let me show you what I'm going to do with those. Okay, so I have a few that I actually did already. And I'm going to use this to put them in the oven. But here, what I want to do, you can either cut it in half if you want not to have the whole potato, or you can actually just trim right around the side, the outside of your potato like this. All the way around. And you can cut the top off if you like to, or you can just pull that skin off. So what I'm going to do is scoop out the inside. Once you cut it that way, it scoops out real easy. Because we are going to double stuff these potatoes. You want to get as much of the inside out. Let me flip our steak. Let me show y'all something. You see all those juices coming out of that steak? You can see it. It's like the blood juices that's coming out. Well, it's time for us to flip it again. All right, let's get back to our potato. I have my oven preset too at 450 degrees. So once you scoop almost everything out the inside of your potato, I mean, you want to still have some stuff left on the side, but you don't need a lot left on the side. I just like to take it and press it into my bowl like this. So see how it takes a nice little pocket right here in the bowl. And these are oven-safe bowls. You can actually buy you some oven-safe bowls. I don't know if you can see that good. But I like things that are oven-safe. What did you say, Nadine? My favorite meal, steak and potatoes. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's one of my favorite too. But we don't have steak and very often here. I don't eat a whole lot of red meat, but I do eat it, and when I do eat it, I enjoy it. This one's busted a little bit, but what I'm going to do, it's busted a little bit, is I'm going to cut right at the top where it's busted. Just trim right around the sides, just like that. Take my skin off the top. Put it in my little trash bowl. And then I am going to scoop the ingredients out of the inside. These are the baking potatoes kind. This one just wasn't that big. It was in a bag with the other potatoes, but it wasn't as big. And we're just going to take it and put it here in our bowl. Set that on the side. Let's go check our onions. We got several things going on. Our onions are looking absolutely amazing. They're going to be delicious, and our steak is looking fabulous too. We're going to flip that. I think it's been at least a minute, so let's flip them again. You just want to do this about, I'm filling mine. This may be my last time flipping, y'all. Okay, let's get back over here to the potatoes. Alright, so with my potatoes, I am going to I have an extra one too. But I am going to double stuff these, so I just kind of want to mash this around a little bit. Thank you for joining, Ava. Good to have you on, cousin. You can put a little butter in here. You really don't need a whole lot of butter, but I have some butter. I'm using unsalted butter also. I am going to cut just a couple tablespoons of butter. Put that in here. And our potatoes are pretty warm, so the butter will melt. Now what I want to add in here also is I'm going to add some cheese. I had sliced cheese. I had some Monterey Jack and Kobe cheese that I just cut up into some little cubes. It was sliced cheese. I'm adding, I want to say about, well, I might as well just put all of it in there. Hi, Cousin Judy. Thanks for joining. I use like 3 slices of each. You don't have to use that much if you don't want to, but it is a double stuffed potato. As a matter of fact, I think that this is going to be a perfect amount, an absolute perfect amount. So I do want to use some of the chives in here, and I'm going to save some that I can sprinkle on top too. It's looking good, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to use some sour cream. Picked up some sour cream the other day. I always like to shake my sour cream when I get ready to use it. So we're putting, I want to say at least 1/4 of a cup of sour cream in. So not a whole lot. About 1/4 of a cup. And I like to use the natural sour cream. I think it's creamier. Monique, what you say? Yes, use all the cheese. That's exactly what I was thinking. And of course we are going to add some salt and pepper. We'll sprinkle a little salt in here. And some pepper. Okay, let me turn my steaks off. I think that's about good. These steaks look good, y'all. Wait till you find out what else I'm going to do to those steaks. Alright, we're going to get our potatoes in the oven. So I am mixing this, and whenever you want to double stuff potatoes, all you do is you put everything that you enjoy eating in your potatoes in them before you actually put them in the oven. That way, after it bakes and you get ready to bite down into it or get you a fork full like this, it's got all the flavor, everything that you would imagine tasting in your baked potato. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my potato. I just want to make sure that this one's spread out enough because I have to put this in here. I am going to pile this in my plate, in my bowl. Then I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do. Y'all got to get ready for this one. Alright, So we are putting our potato here in the bowl. Use all of it. We don't want to leave none of it behind. Now I want to make a little pocket. I want to take just a little scoop in here, kind of like making a little circle in here. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I am going to crack an egg right here in the middle. See that? I'm creating like a little bed for my egg. Right? So we're going to create like a little location for our egg. We're going to crack our egg, and then we are going to put this bad boy in the oven. So here's one egg. The whole thing. Another egg. Yes, perfect. We're going to sprinkle just a little salt and pepper on here. A little salt. You know you got to have salt, pepper on those eggs. And then give me a minute, but this is going to go in the oven just like this for about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll take a look at it, but at least 10 minutes. Now, did y'all see that one coming? Eggs and potatoes. Wait till you see the rest of what I am doing. So I want to take my steak. My onions are just about ready. These look just great, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Caramelized perfectly. Perfectly. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is take it out. I want to put it in another container for right now. A bowl. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. I am going to put some butter in here. Like, Lisa, why are you using butter? Because I want to... Those are my caramelized onions. Let me set that on the side. I'm going to use my mitt. Let's move this out the way. I want to put some butter in here because now what I want to do is I want to bathe my steak in a little butter. Just a couple tablespoons, not too excessive. Lisa, why would you want to put your steak in butter? Why not? Butter makes everything better. I love some butter on me, some steaks. Yes, yes, yes. Now all I need is a little lobster on the side, right? Okay. And it has all that flavor from the caramelized onions. So come on, steak. I think it's time for you to take a bath in the butter. Just look at that, y'all. Just look at that. What y'all think about that? Just bathing in that butter. I mean, if you're going to have steak, you might as well just splurge with it, right? We want all of this, especially that. Look at that lip right there. We want, oops, sorry. I want to make sure y'all can see it. Look at that lip right there. We want to make sure that that gets all that butter in there. All right, that's a nice little bath. Let's turn that off and let it just sit. We want it to relax. Hi, Donnie. Thanks for joining. That's my brother, Donald. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get ready with our béarnaise sauce. And this one will go pretty quick, too. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can actually make it, but I'm going to do the cheat way tonight because we are going to emulsify it. Y'all don't have one of these? You need to get one of these. But I want to show you how easy it is to have a little clarified butter. You see all that foam that comes on top of the butter after you heat it up in the microwave? And actually what they will do is sell clarified butter, and it's kind of high. All you have to do is just take that foam off the top. Look how easy it comes off. And you'll be left with clarified butter. Now when you make a béarnaise sauce, you don't have to have a clarified butter, but I am choosing to use clarified butter. There it is. It is clarified. You see that? Look, look, look. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for joining. You love all of my kitchen tools. Thank you, Dawn. I love them too. They help me get a lot of stuff done. So now I'm going to heat this in a microwave. It has to be hot. It has to be hot. So we're going to take our eggs, and we are going to take our reduction that we've done, and we're going to put our reduction and our eggs in here with our eggs. And we are going to take some more of our parsley and put that in there. Y'all don't want to know what happened with my butter in that microwave. It exploded. Let me move this over to the sink. I'll be right back. It couldn't take too much of that heat. But we need it to be nice and hot. So I think what I might do, y'all, is heat it up in my pan. Give me a second. Okay, we're using about a stick and a half of butter to do our béarnaise sauce. And I'm going to take our clarified butter and just pour it in the pan because when I put it in the microwave, it didn't like that. We just need to make sure it's nice and hot. Hi Clay, thanks for joining. I'm going to add just a little bit more of this butter because I lost some in the microwave, y'all. Put another tablespoon in. We're going to take a look at our eggs in the oven and see how they are coming along. Let me grab my oven mitt. They are baking. They're not quite there, but they are getting there, and they will be ready when it's time. It's going to be delicious. Okay, so our butter is getting hot. That's important. We need it to be hot. And then we want to take this, and we basically want to start emulsifying it. All right. Watch my butter over here. Make sure that it gets hot. So let's just take this in here. Now, we could have whipped this by hand, but I'm not doing the whipping by hand thing. I'm actually doing the cheat way. And you can do this too in your home. It's really easy. You can use a blender, food processor. I am actually using this hand blender, and it's going to work great for me. So our butter is nice and hot. And I'll show you what it looks like after I do this for a little while. You just want to fluff this really good. Let me see if y'all can see what I'm doing. Give me a second. Let me make sure I can position my camera right. Okay, now let me take this out. I always like to get y'all right in the action. See how thick that is? How nice and thick that is? Look. And that's all of my egg. And that's that tarragon. And black pepper and shallots and what else I had in there? Some spring onions and parsley. Okay, now what we're going to do is I am going to pour my butter right back in here. Sometimes I wish I had multiple hands here in the kitchen, but we are going to slowly add our clarified butter. And actually, this is going to thicken up our sauce. I'm slowly letting that butter fall right in there. This looks so good, y'all. This looks so good. It smells good too. Woo! Add a little bit more butter. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that good? We're going to just do this for a little bit more. Hi Mel, thanks for joining. Has anybody ever made a béarnaise sauce? Béarnaise, béarnaise. I don't know the exact way to say it, but it's béarnaise. It's a French sauce. It's actually getting thicker now. Look at that. Let me get a spoon and taste. Or something. Let me grab a spoon, y'all, so you can see what it looks like. You see that? That's our béarnaise sauce. My goodness. You can taste all the fresh herbs and the tarragon. It's good. Hi, Gail. Thanks for joining. So you haven't made it before, huh, Monique? Well, let's see. We've got our onions, our steak, ready. We've got some herbs that we're going to add back on top here. And of course, I want to move a few things because we are getting ready to plate this bad boy. You can have breakfast for dinner. We are getting ready to make our yummy, yummy blackberry vanilla ice cream drink. I can't call it a smoothie, and it's possibly a milkshake, but I'm just going to say it's my drink, my blackberry dessert drink for tonight. So we're going to have fruit. It's going to have bananas in it also. So we have a banana blackberry smoothie that we are getting ready to make. Especially while our potatoes are there, our béarnaise sauce is already made, ready for our steak. So let me get my blender. I've got it ready too, y'all. So what we're going to do is, I want to grab and this is nice and warm because of that butter. Oops. Don't want to have a mistake there. Let's see. I've got blackberries. I have some crushed ice. Some Cool Whip. I have our glass to put it in, of course. So here in the blender, what I am going to add is, I'm going to put some ice in first, just a little. I'm going to say maybe about 1/4 of a cup of ice. I have some vanilla ice cream too, y'all. The ice cream was on sale when I went to the store the other day. The ice cream was on sale, so I picked up a couple of them. I had intentions of making root beer floats, but we kind of didn't get to the root beer float. But it's okay, because we had lemonade, and that was so good. We didn't have a chance to enjoy root beer floats. But I am going to use a scoop of vanilla ice cream in here. A scoop going here. Okay, there's my blender. I would say 1 generous scoop of vanilla ice cream. That's my generous scoop. Voila. That's good. Okay, I have blackberries. I always take my blackberries when I buy them and put them in individual bags and put them in a freezer. So whenever I want to have like a smoothie or something, I could just take a pack of blackberries out. But they're fresh frozen. So we are going to use at least 1/2 cup of blackberries. I have some vanilla almond unsweetened milk. I'm going to put that in here. And then we are going to blend. I will probably need to add a little bit more milk. Let me get some milk. And I want to put my banana in too, y'all. So let's put a little bit more milk. I put about 1/4 of a cup, so that's another 1/4 of a cup to make it about 1/2 cup. And we're adding a banana because, of course, this is breakfast for dinner, so we want to make sure we get our fruit in. Put the top back on. That looks good. Hi, Stanetta. Thanks for joining. That's going to be our blackberry dessert drink. Hey. Make sure if you have not subscribed that you live subscribe in the upper right hand corner and share with your friends. Ask them to come over and watch Lisa Marie's cooking live in her kitchen. We're having a great time cooking tonight, breakfast for dinner. we are going to pour this into our glass. Doesn't that look good? Oh, I'm so excited. I don't want to take it all. Then my buddy would not have any. And then I'm going to top it with some whipped cream. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Let me taste. That's so good. Those blackberries, you can taste those blackberries loaded with nutrients. And it's good. Blackberries have a lot of fiber in them. So it's really good for the digestive tract. And I'll need that after eating my steak. That's delicious. Let me check on the eggs, and then I will be right back. Y'all look at my steak. Look at my steak. The egg is almost ready. It's not quite ready, but it is cooking. I guess that egg and potato is taking a little extra time to prepare, to get cooked enough in my oven. But I have it set at 450 degrees. So I think it's been about 15 minutes. We're going to give it a few more minutes. Maybe not quite 15 minutes yet. Maybe a few more minutes. But in the meantime, let me plate my steak. All right. So I have a plate. And I am going to put my steak on it. And I'm also going to add some caramelized onions. So I'm not going to take the big steak. I'm going to take the smaller one. And remember, it's been in a bath. It's been in a bath of butter. So I want to put just a few caramelized onions on my steak. Just like that. And then I'm going to add some of my béarnaise sauce. Okay, so let's get over here so we can put the béarnaise sauce on. I need to move some of this stuff out the way, y'all. All right, here we go. We're going to pour some of our béarnaise sauce on it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh! Look at that. Just look at that. Does anybody want a piece of steak with béarnaise sauce and caramelized onions? I have to taste this. Where is my steak knife? So let's cut right into this steak. Mmm. It's so tender. I probably don't even need a knife to cut it. I like to get one part right out the center and on the edge with the fat. Ooh. Let's taste that. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh no, this is so good. You ever had that feeling like you want to just stuff your mouth with a few extra pieces because you don't want to give this a chance to get out of your mouth and you don't have nothing else to follow up with it? That's that feeling I have tonight. Ooh, and that one had fat on it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. This is some good stuff. Really good eating. I have to have another piece, y'all. I know I already had 2 pieces, but I'm going to have taste piece number 3. And then we're going to get our potatoes out. That's so good. Well, I need something to wash it down with. You looking to scream? That fat was so good in there. Oh my goodness. You want some? I'm telling you, you're missing out. But you can cook this at home. You saw how easy it was to do. I miss having me a good, delicious, yummy steak at home. I'm going to have to do this again real soon. Okay. Our eggs should be almost done. Let's check them. Let's get over here. Where's my oven mitt? Gotta have the oven mitt. Go over here to the oven with me, y'all, so we can check on these eggs together. All right. They have like a mind of their own tonight. What's wrong with them? It's time to eat. It's steak and potato night. Oh, yeah, that's so pretty. That is so pretty, but I think our egg whites need to cook a little bit more. Okay, see, what you have to do is the potato, it has to be nice and hot for your eggs to actually cook. And that's what the delay is. It looks beautiful, but our egg whites at the bottom, they are not cooked yet. So, I love my eggs. I love them runny, but I don't want them raw. Anyway, let's go back over here and eat some more steak. Well, I do want to talk to y'all about a few things. Has anybody ever bought a loin, a steak loin, like a filet mignon, or like a loin of a filet, or a tenderloin, or have you ever bought a ribeye loin? Because I buy tenderloins all the time, because a lot of my clients, as a personal chef, I cook for other people. A lot of my clients like tenderloins. They like the prime tenderloins. Yeah, it is so good. So they like the prime tenderloins, but the choice, yes, for Christmas, okay, the choice are good too. The difference between the prime and the choice has to do with a lot of the marbling in the inside. Well, I bought a loin, a ribeye loin, and it was a choice one, but it was Angus beef, and it was very, 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 you can tell. I mean, I'm telling you, it is very good. And what I like about it is I saved so much money buying the loin versus buying individual steaks. And I really wasn't sure how to trim the ribeye. I know how to trim a whole loin of a tenderloin, but I didn't know about the ribeye. And really, there's not a whole lot of difference. They all have a chain on them. It's like that tip at the end that's got that fat, and it's got meat in it and fat. That's like the chain of it. And on the top part, there's a lot of fat that you just have to kind of pull back. But I actually did a video earlier today, and I posted it on YouTube. Yeah, it was a good size that I had. The one I had was about 12 pounds. So I got, let me see, 4, 8. I actually got like 12 steaks out of that one loin. And so if you go to YouTube, you can actually see my, my video I have on actually trimming and cleaning up a ribeye loin and slicing your steaks. And the way that I learned how to do it was I went on YouTube. I went on YouTube and I actually looked at multiple videos to see if one way looked better than the other, or if there was a big difference in one way of cutting one or the other. And there was some differences, but not any major differences. So some of my steaks I actually cut thicker than other steaks. Why? Because some I'm going to use on the grill, and the other ones I will continue to use on my stovetop grill. Hi, Lynette. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining the broadcast. For anyone who has not subscribed to Lisa Marie Cooking Live on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, in the upper right hand corner, it has a live subscribe button. If you click that, you will not miss any of my cooking shows live. I actually cooked catfish yesterday and potato salad, so go back and watch the replay. It was delicious, and I had some for leftovers today. So you can go to, I think it's under Taste and See Gourmets on YouTube, and you can see all of my videos there, or you can go to my webpage at Taste and See Gourmets. That's TasteandSeeGourmets.com. That's my website, and you can go to my YouTube page from my website as well. And right now I am doing a lot of cookie cakes for graduations and parties and celebrations for the end of the year. So if you know anybody that needs a cookie cake, tell them to contact Lisa Marie. It's made from scratch, rich and delicious in flavor. And I'll make any kind of cookie that they are interested in having. Do anyone have a live subscribe button in the upper right hand corner? Once you've clicked it, you don't have it either? Do you all get notifications whenever I go live? Let me know. Because when I started watching other people who were going live, in my upper right hand corner there was a button that said live subscribe. And when I clicked that, I could see the live subscribe whenever they went, only on my phone, not the laptop. Okay, so if you're on your phone, Monique says she sees it on her phone, but not on her laptop. Oh, so you do get notified. You do too, Alicia? Great. There you go. There you have it. So maybe if you're using a tablet or a laptop, you may not see the live subscribe button. But on your phone, you'll see the live subscribe. Because I don't miss the broadcast of other people that are actually doing things live. No desktop, you're using your phone? I'm not sure what happens, but in case you don't, every Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am live cooking in my kitchen. Now, during football season, I do plan on shifting things up about half an hour. So I'll probably do a lot of, let's see, okay, we'll check the phone. So I will probably do a lot of tailgate treats and football, night goodies and things that you can make and have during the football season. So my videos will not be as long, but they will be fun and they will be tasty. I will make sure of that. I think let's go ahead and see about getting our egg and our potatoes out of the oven. YouTube, cutting ribeye loin. That's me. Yes. Oh, did you get that, Monique? Thanks for sharing that, Monique. Oh, everybody, if y'all get a chance, go to Monique's page, click on her name, go to her page. She's actually participating in a, what's the name of it, Monique? It's a Sargento Chef's Cooking Contest or something like that with Food Network. So she made some really good, yummy looking poblanos, stuffed peppers. But if you go to Monique's page and vote for her, she has a chance of winning a good chunk of money. So y'all go support Monique. Monique Bush. Go to her page and support her and vote for her so she could be one of the finalists and she could win. That would be so awesome. I would be excited too, Monique. Food Network Chopped at Home Challenge. That's what it is. All right, come on, eggs. I want to eat. Let's see if they're ready. You know, once the bottom gets hot and then potatoes, it doesn't take long for an egg to cook. Well, we're going to take it out. Oh, yeah. I think we're looking good now. Yep. It's not dancing too much. It's not dancing too much. Let me get my fork. Let's see what's going on in here. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay. I'll let this one sit in for a little bit longer, but I think this one is good and ready. We're gonna put some Béarnaise sauce on there. I got hollandaise on my mind, on my brain. Let's go over on this side and put some Béarnaise sauce on our double stuffed potato. All right, let's see here. And we want to taste this. This bad boy is hot too. So the Béarnaise sauce, we're going to pour some of this on top of here also. Yes, Lord. Y'all, I am going to show y'all what we're getting ready to eat. This is our double stuffed potato with our egg. Look at that. That's the egg right there. Look at the egg and the potato. Y'all see that? This is some hot stuff. Who wants to blow for me? Anybody want to blow for me? That's okay. I'll blow. Robin, I'll be making double stuffed potatoes tomorrow. Girl, these things are so good. Plus, I got that Béarnaise sauce on there and all of that cheese. I used the Monterey Jack and the Kobe Jack. Going in, y'all. That don't even make sense. Oh my goodness, that is so good. This is so delicious, y'all. I gotta go in for another piece. Oh, just look at that. See that Béarnaise sauce on there? It's nice and crusty at the top. It's hot too. Y'all know potatoes are hot. I gotta have a piece of steak to go with it. Gotta make it right. Yes, indeed. Baby, let me tell you. You need you some breakfast for dinner. Some steak and some eggs, some double stuffed potatoes, Béarnaise sauce. And some fruit to wash it all down. Makes me want to slap somebody. Yes, baby. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. Well, breakfast for dinner. I'm going to plate some for my son. I'll take a picture, put it up there so you can see it. I have not reached my goal. I need you all to share me with your friends and ask them to follow me. We still need to. So invite your friends to follow me and watch me cook on Monday nights in my kitchen here. Lisa Marie's Cooking Live. Thank you so much for coming on the broadcast tonight. And I hope that you'll have breakfast for dinner and share some with your family. Do something a little different with your potato and your eggs. Make some Béarnaise sauce. And give your steaks a bath in some butter. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good week. And remember to always keep God first. I love y'all. Bye. Oops. doesn't want to hang up.